Hello traders, Mark Chapman here, the creator of the trademark Trap Traders concepts. Welcome to today's Trap Traders Trade of the Day analysis. Today's date is Tuesday, the 5th of December 2017, and the chart I'm looking at is a 4-hour chart on the Aussie dollar. You got this level, obviously it's been touched a few times in there. So support breaks, then becomes resistance, 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 resistance. And it's going up through the level, and the problem with this is there's not that much entry cheese there. If you go down the lower time frames, there is a bit of selling there, but I'd really like this to sell off now. It would have to do it pretty quickly. Draw those traders in, and then some type of pop up through the level from there, and then we would potentially see some type of retracement, and then break pullback traders maybe getting involved, and then a failure, something like that. Obviously it can look loads different every time, but the process is the process. I'm just contemplating whether or not there are some residual stops there from this move. If you think this through from the bottom, if you were buying on this double bottom here, right, and you were trading it to take profit, where would you go to take profit most likely? Over the other side of this range, right, this level. So the traders who bought down here, these buyers, excuse my handwriting, freehand, these buyers would TP over here, right, take profit, make the dollars. Now then, if you were selling off here, you would target likely the other side of this range, right, just inside it. Now it fell short of it, but I'm not convinced that there's traders still there. However, if you sold in here, that was kind of feeble. So there is potentially some stops there anywhere, but I'm just not massively convinced. It's a little bit too far. It's about halfway across that range. Now I would prefer it. I would prefer it a lot if it was sort of in that sort of upper third quarter area, and then was coming up through the level. And if you didn't get any selling at the level under those circumstances, I'd still be confident you had some stops there. And the rationale for that is that if you were a seller here and you have this well-defined range, and let me just draw it out so you can see it a little bit. You've got this well-defined range. Excuse my drawing, that's not well defined. If you sell here, and it kind of only sort of attempts to make it across the range in that sort of third of that entire range, then when it comes back up to the level, even if you don't get some selling at the level, those stops will probably be there. And the reason is obviously, well, not obviously, but the reason is a lot of people will hold and hope that the level holds, and when you're in a trade, you know, you lose a bit of objectivity. You want to try and give the trader an opportunity to profit, but if it doesn't travel that far, there's a good chance you'll still be there. And that's why this is just a little bit sketchy. It's gone a little bit too far. I like the strong move up. That does have an impact, because if you have the level and you sell off it, and it you know, even if it goes halfway kind of thing, if you get a really strong move, that's good, because it's going to catch those sellers out. So there is that going for it, but it's just gone a fraction too far for me across that range. People have had plenty of time to exit that position before we get to where we are now, and if they do that, obviously when they bounce, as do their stops. So it would really have to sell off this now, like pretty sharpish, on this 4-hour time compression for me to be happy about this. So it's just in progress. This is how it goes. This is how I analyze a chart like this. It's interesting from a learning perspective as well. Plenty of little tidbits in there to help you. yeah, so if this does sell off, then this it needs to do it now. You don't want it to go above that 76 or 60 level, 70 level, because obviously any stops that are there will be gone. And then if it just follows through, then I wouldn't want to get involved in that at that point. So needs to sell off, needs to do it quickly, and then go up and then trap them and stop hunt them and then down. Okay guys, take care.